welcome back to Miss Cindy's Kitchen. Tonight I'm going to show you a recipe that's new to me. It's called Lemonies. Like brownies are made with chocolate, lemonies are made with lemon. And we were blessed with a gigantic box of lemons. So I've been looking up recipes to use them. And what we're going to do first is I doubled the recipe. The original recipe calls for a 9x9 pan. However, I doubled it, so I'm using a 9x13 pan. And you prepare your pan by lining it with parchment or foil. And the easiest way to accomplish that is to turn your baking dish upside down on the counter, measure out the parchment over the back side of the baking pan. Make sure you've got the length and width that you need. And then, to get it into the little crevices and corners, it's easiest to wad it all up, smooth it out so it's not quite as stiff, then place it gently into the baking pan. So, the recipe you'll see posted is for the 9x9 batch. What I'm making is a double batch, which will fill a 9x13. So, to avoid any confusion, I am preparing a double batch, but the recipe you see will be for a single batch. And if you want to double it for 9x13, just do as I do and double the ingredients. And make sure you like and subscribe and share this video to your friends and leave us a comment. And what I have here is 2 cups of flour, 1.5 cups of sugar, and then it calls for doop-a-doop-a-doo. That's my classic phrase. We'll need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Let's see. Get a 1/2 teaspoon. And let's see. Yep. Double check the recipe. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And same for salt. 1/2 teaspoon. And we're going to use a whisk to incorporate all the dry ingredients. Just give it a swishy swish swish. That's a proper term. Swishy swish swish. Alright. So, and our next step is we're whisking together the flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt, and the lemon zest. So we need a total of 2 tablespoons of lemon zest. And I've got the lemon zest behind me. So I prepared 5 lemons to make sure I had enough. So I zested 5 small lemons, like this size, and then I juiced them. So that's 1 teaspoon. And then the 2nd teaspoon. And then we're going to whisk that all together again. Whisk, whisk, whisk. That's going to get the flavor into the batter. And our dishwasher is running the steam dry cycle, which is getting my backside steam dried too. So if you see me moving around and doing a little dance, it's because the dishwasher is steaming my backside. Alright, so we're going to mix in the melted butter, which is a total of 1.5 sticks. For actually 1.5 sticks twice is 3 sticks for a total of 1.5 cups of butter. And let's see here, we have the melted butter, then we'll put in 1/2 cup of lemon juice, followed by 4 eggs and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So we're going to mix in the butter. I melted it and then I've been letting it sit and cool. Otherwise, it would be too hot to mix. So we're going to mix this into the batter, the dry ingredients. Oh, we might have to close the door. Alright, gotta mix this up. We have a guard dog on duty. She sees her shadow or the neighbor's shadow and she starts growling. So this is a half a cup, close enough. And let's see here. Hold on for just 1 second while I find a strainer. I found the strainer. It was doing a really good job of playing hide and seek. Alright, so this is a half a cup of juice. I'm just going to strain it directly into the batter, just to make sure I don't get any little seeds. And you can see it's got a little bit of pulp in here, so just going to help it through. Alright, so we're going to mix this in. It's a very thick and rich batter. And next we're going to mix in the eggs. This is 4 eggs that I went ahead and cracked ahead of time. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla. So that's 2 quick glugs. Oh, that was a big glug, so I have a little extra vanilla in it. So, while I'm stirring this, make sure you like and subscribe and share this video. And keep giving me suggestions on videos you'd like to see. And soon we will be working on our recipes through the decades. And then Halloween. Of course, considering Halloween's only a month until October, we may do that one first. But we will get to the other one. But we love all your feedback. And thank you for liking and sharing as much as you have been. I love seeing comments from all over the world. Alright, so now we're going to pour this into the prepared pan. Whoops, I didn't get to the bottom as well as I should have, but that's okay. I will make it work. Alright, let me get another scraper to scrape down the sides. Get all the yummy goodness into the pan. And then this is going to bake at 350 for 20 minutes, 22 minutes actually. And let me just swish this around and make sure I get that last little bit of sugar mixture properly spread out in the pan. So basically, the reason you put the parchment in is that way you can lift out the brownies or lemonies out of the pan to cut them and frost them too, because these have an actual icing that we'll put on when they're cooled off a little bit. So we're going to bake these at 350, 22 to 25, and then we'll bring you back. Hello, and we're back. The lemonies cooked for about 25 minutes, and while they were baking, I went ahead and got the glaze ingredients ready. So once these cool a little bit, then we'll put the glaze on, and then we'll bring you back for a taste test. So we'll be back in a few. And we're getting ready to assemble the glaze. 3.5 cups of powdered sugar. And this is just slightly more than 3 cups. We're running a little short, but that's not too bad of a deal. And then 2 teaspoons of zest. And 4 tablespoons of juice. So, what I'm going to do first is take a teaspoon measure and add in the 2 teaspoons to the powdered sugar. And then I'm going to mix this together, mainly because we're a little short on the powdered sugar. So I'm going to do this first, then add in the lemon juice to make sure we have we don't get this thing too runny. So, I'm just going to add the little bit. You can use a fork, a whisk, anything that can combine a liquid and a powder. See, as you can tell, the powder sugar is kind of sinking as I'm pouring in the lemon juice. And I think it'll be just fine with that amount of lemon juice. So I'm just going to mix, scoop and turn, scoop and turn. Reminds me of Jeff Foxworthy and his puppets. When the one guy was, I think his name was Bubba J, was watching NASCAR. It's another left turn, and another left turn.
It's Jeff Dunham, not Jeff Foxworthy.
Jeff Dunham, thank you. I knew I had it wrong. One of those talented comedians. Alright, Jeff Dunham has the puppets. Jeff Foxworthy has the rednecks. And Bill Engvall has your sign.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I don't think that's any problem with the glaze being too thin. Quite the opposite. So, we're going to take these to our still warm lemonies. I used the parchment paper to lift them out and onto a cooling rack. And let's see here. It's been a busy day in the cake making, so we're almost out of tools here. Look at that. Doesn't that look yummy?
It does look good.
Yeah. Alright. So, best thing to do is just plop it all in the middle. Gradually lead it out to the edges. Kind of like frosting a cake. Leading it all the way around to the edges. Alright, I think we got it covered. So, in order to make it pretty, just swish it back and forth. Swish it back and forth. Didn't quite come all the way to the edges over here, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. It'll taste good nonetheless. Alright, so let me get a knife out. Actually, I've already got a knife out. Ha 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 ha. I'm just going to cut off an edge piece because the edges are best anyway. And see if Logan wants to come do a taste test.
I'm coming.
You're coming, you're coming. Alright. And this will go to our treat assortment bake sale at work. I've had the added bonus of having one of the key snack refrigerators locked at work because there's a system malfunction in our vending room. So people got to get their snacks elsewhere. So, alright. Going to give you a nice warm bite of lemony. And watch out for the dirty dishes in the sink. It's been a busy cooking day.
It's like a cakier version of lemon squares.
Yeah.
Yep. Really good.
Yeah. Trying to find out ways to use up our bounty of lemons, in addition to sharing them, of course. But anyway, thank you again for joining us, and make sure you like and subscribe and share this video and leave us a comment, and come back again soon for another recipe.
Thank you for watching Miss Cindy's Kitchen. To get more recipes like this one, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Share it out to your friends, family, neighbors, and leave us a comment to let us know how this recipe worked for you. And don't forget to hit that like button. Again, thank you for watching Miss Cindy's Kitchen.